Great morning.
Great morning. That's my war cry. I want to wake you guys up. I love the headband. I love the headband, mama. You look amazing.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Now that we're live and alert, who's going to be first with the first morning quote?
Okay, I'm gonna do number 19. All right, we're up to number 19.
Mhm.
Talking too much. At the negotiation table, silence is your best friend. Salespeople routinely talk themselves out of a deal. Their prospect is fully bought in and ready to discuss specific terms, but the rep gets so excited that he keeps going and going and going. They accidentally introduce doubt into a buyer's mind. Proof that the sound of money disappearing. If you tend to be a chatty closer, remember this: no one ever listened their way out of a deal. Every time you finish introducing a new term, responding to a question, offering a concession, or most importantly, stating your price, you should shut up. And when your prospect says, sounds great, I think we're ready to move forward and wrap up the conversation and end the meeting. That's it.
I love it. I appreciate you sharing this each and every morning, first and foremost, guys. Right? And don't forget to drop that inside of Telegram. But give me some context there, right? Tell me a little
Well,
bit.
you always say that all the time. You always say reps talk too much. These customers should be doing the talking, finding out what their needs and concerns are. And then you give them their needs and concerns. And at that point, right, if you did your job, then you should just be ready to close.
Powerful, man. Powerful. It's a lesson that is very hard for me to get people to learn, especially people that's been doing sales for a while that I need to retrain. It's easier when someone's brand new because they understand, right? They're gonna listen, they're gonna take it, and they're gonna make it their own soon enough. But people who've been doing sales for a while, it's very hard for them to listen. And without listening, you're never gonna learn what the customer problem is. And if you don't know what the customer problem is, then how can you help them? You're just sitting there babbling, right? And that is something that that is plaguing a lot of us and hurting a lot of us. But sales, guys, to me, sales is like being a good leader. Right? It really is. Now, you guys know how big I am on leadership, but you have to be a good listener as well. I don't go to the field to make money, not first and foremost. I know I'm going to make money. I signed on to make money. I get it. Right. But I don't go for that. I go to listen. Right. And that calms my spirit a little bit. I know that, it's not a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am type of situation. I read this story once about Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela was the son of a tribal chief, right? Now, we all know Nelson Mandela, one of the most patient men on this earth, right? And a wise man. And they asked him, they said, how'd you get this wise? He said that because my father, he would watch his father at these meetings and he would always be the last to speak. And when I read that, a light bulb went off in my head. Even though he was a tribal chief, people think that bosses are supposed to be doing all the talking, but again, sales is just like leadership. I don't like to do all the talking, not when I meet somebody. I like to learn exactly what the problem is. I got to learn, am I speaking with the right person? I got to learn, do you have a problem with your current services? I got to learn, is that problem a quality issue or is that problem a price point issue? Right. And then once I learn that, I need to learn like, hey, if I'm willing to solve your problem, if I got a solution for your problem, are you willing to sign up with me today? All these things are learned, meaning I have to listen to get them. Right. And I just took that away from that Nelson Mandela story. And I wanted to share that with you so that you guys can have something, right, to really equate it to. But you got to listen, guys. You got to listen. Wise people listen. Thank you for that. Who's next, guys?
Okay, I'm ready. There is nothing wrong with dreaming big dreams. Just know that all roads that lead to success have to pass through Hard Work Boulevard at some point. Eric Thomas.
Hard Work Boulevard. I love it. Why does that resonate with you this morning?
Because that's what it is. You got to work hard. And if you don't work hard, you're not getting anywhere with it. I mean, if you find something to be so easy, it's gonna bore you and you're gonna leave it soon anyway.
Man.
People like me, I love challenges. Anything that challenges my mind harder and harder. Then that, to me, people say, I don't know how you did it. That was a lot of hard work. To me, that was just a ambition and goal and focus. And to me, it wasn't hard work.
Mm. You know, it's often the whistle while you work technique that you want to apply to hard work, right? Because it won't feel like hard work if it's something that you already enjoy, right? So you can kind of whistle while you work. But I can tell you this, guys, and the author of Relentless, Tim Grover, and as I study him more and as I read his book and in his new book, Winning, right, it teaches us that hard work is a dark place. It's a dark place. It's really the dark side that you're going to have to go to when you're putting in hard work, right? Because it's painful. You don't want to do it, right? It's going to take a different type of energy, for you to really go up against hard work, because you got to get the job done. And that doesn't matter about, if you got a team or army with you. No, you are your team at first, right? And then when people see you struggling, maybe they'll come aboard to help if your cause is noble enough. But hard work is a very dark place. And I think of it as the place that most people don't want to go to, but, in order to get there, you got to go through it. So I love that. I love that. I love that. Thank you. And drop that inside a Telegram.
Welcome.
Who's next, guys?
Okay, I'll go. The Secret of Your Success is Determined by Your Daily Agenda by John C. Maxwell.
All right. Why did that resonate with you? That's the OG, John C. Maxwell.
Okay. I say this because basically your daily agenda, everything you do every day will lead upon your success. So if you get up every day and work hard towards your goals and everything, pretty much stay dedicated and stay true to yourself, you can accomplish anything. So basically this is just saying, like, you have to basically see your goal. You have to understand all the obstacles that's going to come with it, and you have to stay on track, and you have to show everybody that you can also do it. But not also show everybody that you can do it, but you have to show yourself and prove to yourself that you can also do it as well.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. One of the best things that I keep telling you that I like about you is that you're actually studying. You're actually pushing yourself forward. It's definitely going to be scary, right? But just by you, what the type of quotes that I see you picking, I see that you're searching, right? And you're going to find your answer. So continue growing. Thank you for that, John C. Maxwell. The OG. Guys, who's next?
All right. The real test is not whether you'll avoid this failure, because you won't. It's whether you let it harden or shame you into action, or whether you learn from it, whether you choose to persevere. Barack Obama.
Why does that resonate with you?
It just teaches you that failure is inevitable. It's gonna happen. It's just what you choose to take out of the failure. You're gonna learn from it, or you're gonna let it fold you.
Yeah. Easier said than done. Let me say that, right? Whether you choose, and that's all I really heard from the quote, because that's powerful. Whether you choose, I've seen so many choose an easy route and not get where they're going. I've seen so many people talk about things that they're going to do and they never do it. I've seen so many dreams deflate, and I'm tired of it, to be totally honest with you, especially when we have so many tools that can make our dreams come true. We have the internet now. We have people coaching us, teaching us. You got motivators, you got mentors, you got everything that you need, right? Everything that I never had coming up, that I can say to myself, like, man, if I would have only had this. I mean, hell, I got my daughter reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and she's only 13 years old now at this point, because I refuse for her not to have the tools, and, I blame myself at her age, right? But who do you blame at your age? So it's a very powerful point, right? You choose is what I keep thinking about. Thank you for that. Drop that inside Telegram. All right, guys, that does it for our morning motivation quotes. Now I want to get right into the sales training with Grant Cordon. Let me share my screen with you. Commitment was yesterday. Today,
No, we didn't do commitment yesterday.
what do we do?
We did follow-up basis. We ready for commitment now. We was about to do commitment. Now he gonna break down what he talked to us about yesterday. Commitment, discipline, persistence.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You must be logging in and going ahead. Why is it putting me ahead of every day of ahead of it?
Well, no, I hadn't went into that one, but I did look at what the list of what the subjects was.
Thank you. Because that's going to help us keep it, that's going to help us keep it situated. All right, guys. So we got follow-up basics, correct? Follow-up basics today?
We did that yesterday.
Okay.
And the next one should be commitment. You started on it yesterday and I told you we had skipped one. Maybe that's why I'm saying that.
1 second here. Customer relation management. So here we are, customer relation management.
You didn't see one that just said commitment?
Okay. So then let's go back to commitment here. Because we completed the quiz here.
I'm trying to pull it up.
Right, and this is follow-up basics. Right, so I think what happens is you see down here, it shows commitment, and we did it. And then up here, the video shows follow-up basics. All right, and then when I go forward, we completed that quiz yesterday.
Trying to pull it up.
Here's the results breakdown.
Yep.
Yeah, right,
Yep. That's what we did yesterday, follow basics.
right. So now today,
See, we didn't do commitment though.
right, commitment at the bottom, but it's follow-up basics at the top. So what happens is that it throws you off because at the bottom, it shows you a different title than what the video actually is. Make sense?
Yeah, because I was reading off the side list. That's where I was getting it.
Right. Okay. All right, guys. So the next 2 minutes and 16 seconds for training, customer relationship management.
Customer relationship management, known as the CRM. I don't know what you call it, but I know it's necessary. And I'm gonna tell you, I hate CRMs almost as much as I hate emails. They're cumbersome, they require data entry. Look, there's lots of good programs out there. Don't call me, don't email me, and don't ask me what's a good CRM. They all suck. You know why? Because they're dependent upon your commitment, your due diligence, and your willingness to enter data. Most of them require some kind of customization on the follow-up. That means you got to create your own scripts, schedules, and most people don't want to do that. It's not going to do it for you. The CRM will not do it for you. It is not God or some angel. It's going to come part the heavens and say, we will do all your follow-up now that you have purchased our services. It's only as good as the information you enter. For a CRM to work, okay, you got to make a commitment. You got to record every piece of data into it. Now, since I've said such disparaging things about the CRM, let me say this. You need one, you need to make a commitment to one, you need to learn to use it, okay? If you're not rich, if you don't have more money coming at you every month than you know what to do with, make a commitment to a customer relationship management. Make a commitment that every one of your people take this critical data that is money, information about a customer, where they live, who they are, what they wanted, what they looked at, what they asked about, what they said their budget was, what their cell number is, what their email is, when they called, when you followed up, what's the third thing that was done? Put all that data in that CRM, because I'm gonna tell you, if you don't do that, you're betraying your company, your organization, and your family. That CRM is like a god hosting all this data, holding it for you for critical information for somebody to pick it up and do follow-up. The CRM is valuable. Look, it's cumbersome, it's hard, it slows me down. I hate the fact that I got to sit down there and enter data. It should know, it should be able to read my mind. They hadn't figured out how to do that yet. Till then, use the CRM. You need it. Pay for it. Don't worry about it. Enter the data, okay? Make a commitment to it and use it.
All right. All right, guys, let's start off with the quiz. Question 1, what information does the CRM not keep for you? Not keep for you. A, customer's name. B, internet purchases with other vendors or companies. C, customers' wants and preferences. D, customers' contact information.
B.
1B.
Sorry, I was on mute. B.
2 B's.
B.
3 B. That's what we need. It's unanimous. 4 B's. All right, question 2. What does Grant say about a CRM in this course? Is it A, CRMs are a necessary tool you need? B, you need to make a commitment to one? C, you need to learn to use it properly? Or D, all of the above?
All of the above.
All of the above.
We got 2 D's.
D.
3 D's. What does CRM not do for you? Is it A, follow up for you? Is it B, keep your customers' wants? Is it C, keep your customers' contact information? Or D, keep your records of when you contacted the customer? What does the CRM not do for you?
A.
A, 1A.
Oh, I said A.
I would agree with A.
3 A's. Let's get it. You guys ready for this? You nervous? You nervous? Drum roll. Great job. Now that's great for the self-esteem. Done. But what did we learn?
CRM definitely works, but you have to put the work in. It's not automatic. So you have to go in and you have to do it pretty much every day. Just like Fashion Over.
Just like what?
Fashion Over. They be sending you those CRM messages and you click on it. It's 80% discount.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This one definitely hit home for me because we've invested inside of a CRM and every day it starts to grow. We start to compliment it each and every day. And now at this point, we got stacks and stacks of business cards here at our home, inside of the car. Obviously, we live, eat, sleep, and breathe this business. And these business cards, I have to sit down with them. I have to put them manually inside of a CRM so that we can follow up more efficiently, right? Because follow-up is the name of the game. Another thing that we learned today. So absolutely hit home for me. What else, guys? What else did you learn?
That it won't take care of the follow-up itself for you. that you have to create the CRM and keep it up to date in order to follow up.
Yeah. Just the reinforcement, guys. I mean, just to bring it home, and how, you know, even before you actually get into actually picking out a CRM of your own, you definitely want to make sure that you start to use your cell phone as a CRM. I mean, just this cell phone right here is a CRM, meaning that this is your customer relations manager right here, already in the palm of your hand. When I meet somebody and I get a chance to take down their name, I take down their number and I stop and I make sure that I go right to my contacts. I type in that number. If I can, I'm going to text them also, so that I create some frequency with my customer, because this is the first CRM that I'm actually given, and the one that I'm definitely going to be able to make the money with. So guys, think of it that way before you even get to thinking that it's a big deal to do. No, it's already something that you should be doing, right? With your CRM right here. So guys, anybody else pick up anything else from this morning's training?
I would say that managing customer relationships is very important.
Very, very, very. Is there a time, right? Is there a time where you know that you've missed out on money because you did not manage the relationship?
Yes.
Important. I bet you don't want to do that again. And that goes for none of us, right? We don't want to miss out on any opportunities. You know, I'm trying my best to walk in as many rooms, right, with as many influential people as possible. And I want to get to know them. I want frequency with them. I want their cell phone number in my phone, right? I want their email address in my phone. I want pictures of them damn near in my phone, pictures with them in my phone. These are relationships that I choose to nurture, right? And some of the time, right, it actually pays off. I would say a good 40% of the time it actually pays off, because whether, you know, we can meet up at a speaking arrangement, or whether we get a chance to meet at a mastermind, or whether we just get a chance to just join and do calls like this with each other. That's that frequency. And I want to know high value people. So, and we got to make sure we nurture that conversation and nurture that relationship. So with that being said, guys, I think that we learned a lot. I took away a lot. Thank you guys for getting my morning started. See you guys tomorrow at 8 a.m.